Okay, we're here with Landon. Today is Friday. Making a pact right now. No showers other than the one in the van, and sleeping in the van every night this weekend. Deal?
Deal.
Good morning, weekenders. Saturday morning. Me and Landon are here at Morro Bay. Gonna try and do some surfing. It's been a little while since I've hit the waves, and it's looking a little choppy, but we're gonna try it out. The cold water should wake us up. Slept in the van last night, and I didn't sleep too good, but Landon said he got a good night's sleep. We're gonna get changed, get in the water, see if we can catch some swell.
Cause I can't see you anywhere. Cause I don't wanna know what I should go. No, I don't wanna let you down. You just wanna know how far I will go. Cause you know I won't stay around. So let me know where to go. So let me know where to go. I wanna find you.
So not the worst, but definitely one of the worst surf sessions that I've had. That was by far the coldest water that I've ever been in, and also very choppy, very hard to catch a wave. We were only out there for like 20 minutes, but we were both like kind of fed up with not being able to do anything, just getting hammered by the waves. So we decided to come over here to the bike park, and if you can see right there, the sign says closed. Probably because of COVID. We don't really want to get in trouble, so we're gonna walk around, check out the jumps, and then maybe find something else to do. Change of plans. We went and checked out the closed sign. It's supposed to have an open sign that like folds up and covers the closed, but it has fallen off and the hinge is seized up, so we're gonna think that the open part broke off and it should be open because the beaches are kind of open and stuff, so we're gonna ride. And moving on, pretty good time over at the dirt jumps. There's just only so many jumps out here that we can do.
Yeah.
They're the large ones are way too large. I did about 75–80% of the medium line. Landon, what'd you say about the trails?
They were very easy. I can tell that they're not in their prime condition. I'm sure once people start riding again, they're gonna get a lot better. They were a little rough, but overall, I think they were a good size for me, not being riding for so many years. So I would say 7 out of 10.
So when we were at the dirt jumps, we saw a guy that saw our mountain bikes in the back of the van and said, hey, you should go try out these trails that are not listed anywhere online. So we said, we're on it. We just got here. The official parking spot for it is closed because the road's closed. So we found another like back way to get there. We're gonna check out the trails. now that we have finished with the first small mountain bike ride of the day, we have come over to Montana de Oro State Park. Gonna do a little bit bigger ride. And honestly, I thought the park would be closed. It just has limited hours and it's pretty much open. It just closed early now. Landon, before we get going on this second trail, can you tell me what your thoughts were on the first trail?
It was all right. A lot of climbing. I don't think the climbs were, or the descents were worth the amount of climbing. Not the best trail, but definitely not the worst.
Okay, well this one is a pretty big trail, about 12 miles long, 1,500 feet of climbing. If we make it to the top, we're gonna plan on it though.
Hey weekenders, so we're standing out here. Here's the Pacific Ocean, and you can tell it's the Pacific Ocean because it's specifically ocean.
Cause I don't want nobody change me now. Cause I like to be myself. If you're not agree, you can walk away. You can walk away, you can walk away. Something in my mind makes me think I ain't nobody perfect. Something in my mind makes me think I ain't nobody perfect.
Beautiful day. Good job, guys.
Okay, weekenders, we are done with mountain bike ride number 2. Much more substantial ride, I'd say. About 11 miles long, 1,200 feet of climbing. And Landon did the whole thing. He definitely was a little slower than me, but honestly, pretty proud of him for doing that. It was a pretty big ride for doing 1,200 feet in one go. There was no breaks. So I have done most of the trail before. We did a different route down after talking to one of the locals that I thought was pretty good. Nice little change up. So I'm gonna go ahead and say 7 out of 10. Landon?
Definitely this time the uphill was worth the downhill. The downhill was actually pretty, so I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Well, happy Sunday, weekenders. Me and Landon are here in the van over at Oceano Beach. Yesterday afternoon, we ended up heading over to Mr. Barry's house, played some disc golf, ate some dinner. We actually stayed there in the van, and now we're over at the beach. We're gonna do some surfing. Landon's a little scared to put on his cold wetsuit, but you guys know I've done it tons of times. It's not all that bad. So go ahead and leave a little comment down below. Tell Landon to not be scared. Just put it on. It's not gonna be cold for very long. And hopefully these waves will be a little better than the waves yesterday. Okay, so we just came down here to test out the feels of the water. It's about as bad as yesterday. Logan is supposed to be meeting us over here in like an hour. I think actually like an hour and a half till he gets here. So we're gonna try and wait for him because it's so cold that we would be done before he got here. It's been about an hour. Logan is here now. And during that hour, somehow the water has disappeared. Hey, never mind guys, we found the water. It's still here. There's just no other surfers. We're the only ones.
How close it starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? so long ago.
Now that we've warmed up, dried off, we're over here with Landon. Get a little review of day 2 surf sesh. Landon, how was it?
Definitely a lot better than day 1. Water was not as cold, but still freezing, and it wasn't as intense.
We caught a whole bunch of waves, had a good time. We came down the road a little ways to Cal Poly, and we'll go ride mountain bikes on the Cal Poly trails. Logan has now left the building because it's his anniversary or something coming up, so him and Hillary are going, I don't know where they're going, but they're in the van, said they're going to spend the weekend driving around, sightseeing and stuff. So, me and Landon mountain biking again. Let's go to the top. So we didn't end up making it to the top of the mountain. Landon wasn't really feeling it too much, so we decided to call the ride quits a little early and head on back to Shafter. It's 4 o'clock right now. I just finished doing some unloading of the van and washing up the surfboards and wetsuits and stuff. I don't know what else I'm gonna do today. It is pretty hot over here in Shafter this afternoon, so I might find something to go do in a little bit, but I don't really know what it is yet. So not much else happened. We have come down the road a little ways. We're over at the Eagles Field Travel Plaza, and this is where we're gonna be staying tonight. We got a good little mountain bike ride planned for tomorrow over in Lake Isabella, so we decided to get a little head start on the drive. That way we don't have to wake up so early in the morning. And that's pretty much gonna be it for tonight, guys. We will see you bright and early in the morning. All right, weekenders, we just made it to Isabella. What we're doing today is the Canal Trail, which I've done twice before now. About 25 miles of mostly downhill, so not a whole bunch of pedaling, but gonna be a blast. We gotta get changed and jump in the shuttle to take us up to the top. All right, now we can pee. We're at the top of the trail now. We actually had to start the trail a little bit because we both had to go to the bathroom. There's a bunch of other people up at the top. The shuttle ride up, quite interesting. It was just us two in the shuttle, and the guy was a little crazy. Had some funny stories, but we are ready to go down, I believe. We're gonna start going down. Landon, you ready?
Let's do it.
Best days pass us by, and most long for a place that they never find. I'm afraid I wake up when I die, and it is too late to climb any mountain. Time is of the essence, the blood running through our core. It's best to not feel sorry when it's over. Will be the greatest that you've ever seen before, and I'll stay eternal. Run out when things don't go to plan. I kinda lose my mind. I hope it's real. This life comes around. Just keep your faith and search for the fountain. Time is of the essence. faces, the blood running through our core. It's best to not feel sorry when it's over.
So this has kind of turned into a pretty interesting ride. The last little bit of canal trail is called the Plunge, and it's like straight down. You lose like 5,000 feet in like 5 miles, something like that. It's something ridiculous. Well, we started it, and as soon as we got started, we saw a guy on a KLR 650 tipped over on the side of the trail. So we helped him pick up his bike. And then we said, you know what, we'll just keep following you, keep waiting around and kind of leapfrogging, I guess, to help you down the trail. Well, we've ended up helping him out a lot. We still are having a good bit of fun when we're riding, but we are taking a good bit of breaks in between. We're very sunburned, and it's already 2:20, so hopefully he gets down pretty soon. Landon, what would you say about this ride so far?
I think it's pretty good. It's pretty epic, honestly. It's just a little loose on some parts, which is a little sketch, but other than that, I don't mind the stopping for the guy because we are still getting to ride as much as we would to begin with.
Oh, I will be the greatest that you ever seen before, and I'll stay eternal.
Okay, weekenders. We just got done with the ride. It is 6:22 p.m. Ended up helping out KLR 650 guy for a very long time. His name was Ian, by the way. I just kept having flashbacks to when I was in Moab and thinking about how much I would have given to have someone there helping me out. So he was honestly in about the same situation. Went down the wrong trail and was not having a good time. So I figured, you know what, I'll stay and help him out. I am pretty much burnt to a crisp, look like a crawdaddy. Landon,
I am.
you talk about looking like Mr. Krabs over here.
Nice red. I'm past the tan line.
So, we're very tired. We haven't showered since Thursday. We haven't had a good night's sleep since Thursday. We're going home. We're going to bed. Thank you for sticking around with us this weekend. Leave a comment, please. It means a lot, guys. And hopefully we'll see you next weekend. Croissant.